children. These. Good evening, everyone. Welcome for IMKTA Teachers Training class. Today we are going to start a new topic, that is children with mental retardation and stories, songs, and rhymes. And what is the importance of all these things in preschool? So let me share my screen so that I can share the PPT with you all. Yes. Are you all able to see my screen? Sneha,
Yes, ma'am.
Swapna?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Yes.
Okay. Yes. So here is the topic, degrees and characteristics of children with mental retardation. So this topic also we have covered precisely before in other session while we were taking disabled children. In that topic we have touched it, but today we are going to explain it in this. Just a minute. Right. Just a minute. Huh? Yes. Uh, sorry.
What happened, ma'am?
Yes. I was just checking the notes whether I'm carrying the correct one. So this
Okay.
is how, yes, this is how we categorize different type of mental retarded children. First of all, as in every class, I explain that children are just like fresh flowers of the garden of the Almighty. So we need to treat them with care, compassion, patience, and hard work. So the if see in normal classroom, total retarded children are not admitted because parents also know and they get them admitted in special schools. But to some extent, some children can have mild mental retardation in your classroom. So as I have shared the picture, with their facial expression, you can understand that the child has some of the mental retardation thing in and it is, I have already explained that it is not in the hand of children, it is made by God. So how we need to welcome them in our class? We need to provide them care, compassion, and patience while handling them. So, often not seen as different from normal children until later age, when they enter school, slight delay in language development, but can develop ways of communicating. And these children, their language development may take longer time than normal children in the classroom. And they attend preschool. If they start attending preschool at the right age, and the peer group and the affection of the teacher, these all help in the total growth of the child's behavior. So we can help them to grow in normal classroom. Next come moderate mental retardation. You can see that the moderate one need much uh, uh, attention, support, and care, all these things. So they are much slower in learning than mild one and understanding as compared to normal children, and therefore are seen as different from an early age. So from early age, they show the symptoms that they cannot do their daily chores themselves. They need assistance for brushing teeth, for eating food, like that. So, but slowly and gradually with the training, they can become independent. It is possible to train the children to look after her daily routine work, like brushing teeth independently, having food independently, opening their book, uh, taking out their tiffin box, all these work what other children, normal children learn. If proper care and proper training will be provided to such children, they also elevate their energy to work and learn at their extent the best. So as a trainer or as a teacher, as facilitator, what we have to do, we have to provide them support, all that are needed for their growth in preschool. Third category comes severe mental retardation. So what happens in severe mental retardation means poor motor development, means their body organ will be also not in better condition, so that they can do each and every work of their daily life themselves. Their speech development is also poor, and they are always dependent on a helper for their self care as well, like washing, eating. Little or no communication skill develops in such children. So every time they need a helper around. And the severe, post severe, it is profound mental retardation. This mental retardation is totally dependent for each and every work, for even for mobility, self-care, daily need. Even they need nursing care in some cases. Like many a times they will get fainted, many a times they will feel giddiness, and all these symptoms will be there. They cannot walk properly themselves, so one caretaker must be there to take them here and there, all these things. For using washroom, they cannot go alone. So this is how profound mental retardation children experience their life. So these two category, they don't come to normal schooling, but the first two categories may come in preschool, because preschool is a preparation for learning journey. So these preparation of daily use work, and listening to the instruction, reciting rhyme, listening to the story, so other senses skill can be developed in normal classes. That's why this topic has been included in your training. Now, children with mental disability and areas of affected growth, how can we help, and what are the growth areas that are not normal in such children? First, communication. That they both face problem to communicate by speech and by action as well. A retarded children learns to speak later than other normal children, and the child has poor vocabulary and has articulation problem. Articulation means formation of clear or distinct sound. Related to when we speak something, there is voice modulation. So these children face problem even in voice modulation and in speaking certain words. The speech may be unclear and therefore may be incomprehensible to the listener. Means the proper pronunciation of the word will not happen with such children because of those nervous system issue or this mental retardation. So they will speak something broken language, like the, the, the school like this, they start learning things. So for such children, teachers need to grow patience at extent, to some extent, that the child doesn't feel nervous and the child doesn't feel aloof in the classroom. Because every time when I take such children, because I had taught two or three such children in my class in preschool. They used to come in my school, but from grade 1 they used to go, they started going to their special school. So what happened, those children, means they just need your compassion. My one of my students is there, and very happy to share that now he has become an entrepreneur. His father has opened an electronics shop for him, and he is leading a team in that shop. However, calculation and billing and all these things, there are person designated in the shop, but he stands and he communicates with the customers, and the business is going well. This is good news that one of my student has grown from mental retardation to an entrepreneur. So it's a blessing for me to experience such children in my life. So he was very much affectionate. His name I will not reveal, because every person has own self-respect. So without permission, I cannot tell. But he was with me in IIT Kids preschool in Pimple Sadagar, and he loved to meet me, sit next to me, and every time whenever I give him some alphabets to write, because fine motor skills and gross motor skills are not developed as normal children are having, showing the development. So it is a bit slower in him. So he used to show me after writing everything. See, matlab, with expression he used to show me. And then whenever I used to see that the curves are better, if he is making a small alphabet, so I used to see whether the curves are proper or not. I was not comparing his alphabets with the other children, but I was watching his progress as per his previous work. And he learned all those numbers and alphabets, and some rhymes he used to sing, and he used to speak something like this. But it was lovely experience that he wanted to come to school daily. He never said that I will not go to school, and his mother used to tell that he wants to come to sit with you and learn something from you. And that was a very great pleasure for a teacher to know. Another one is motor development, which I told that gross motor development means full body muscles development, and fine motor development or line motor development means if we need something, some work to do in a line, like drawing a line or writing in a line or walking in a line, these things get slower in these children. So the milestone of motor development are delayed among them. Next comes self-care. The child with mental retardation takes longer to learn to take care um, about his or her daily needs, like eating, bathing, dressing, and going to washroom or using the washroom, but they learn in the course of time. I'm talking about first two types of mental retardation, not about severe and next one, profound one, because they need assistance throughout their life. So next comes social skills. The mentally disabled child finds it difficult to deal with other people. Why? Because communication is not stronger in such children. And we know that social skill needs basic thing that is called communication. So they develop skills of interacting with other children and adults through different type of training, or through gestures, or through sign language as well sometimes. But they convey that something, means they mix up with the children in the classroom. Many a times they love to play some games with them, like passing the ball, or going on moving on a circle, or ringa ringa roses. All these games they enjoy to do. Self direction. What is self direction? There is a lack of direction in retarded children's action. They may do something without purpose, such as hurt themselves while sitting or cry on doing something for no reason. Sometimes these children will sit and start crying. In between, they used to do such actions, or sometimes they will start laughing without reason. uh, Maybe they have different concept or different understanding about the world than us. So maybe something they can remind in the classroom, and they can start smiling, laughing, or sometimes without any purpose they will come and they will hug you. Maybe in between the class they feel like they are missing their mama or whatever. So they do these type of activities. It's totally okay with them when they do it. Welcome them with loving gesture. Health and safety. Many of these children require help from others to look after their health and safety even after they are grown up, which I have explained in that severe and profound type of thing. Uh, some people with mental disability cannot be left alone in any place due to safety reason, because they do not know how to behave alone, sometimes in lift, like in open balcony, or on the road, how to cross the road. They do not know, and they cannot be trained also. So they every time they need a person along with them. So shadow teacher works for them as well. What is academic work of such children? Some may never be able to attend formal school due to their mental limitations, while other, which are the first two types which I have explained, can go to school but take longer time compared to their age mates to complete primary level education. So in primary level also they get different type of set of question paper. CBSE allows to make different set of paper for them, and even sometime they need a helper in exam. So it is also allowed for such children that they can have a helper. And whatever, suppose there is a question paper with picture senses and smelling sense and flower is there and all. If they know the answer, and the helper asks, read the question for that child, and the helper asks, so where to match. See, what is matching? We need to draw line like this. Everything we need to explain in exam as well. But they do. 50% marks easily they get, because learning is not including only written test, but learning includes everyday experience the child is doing or experiencing in the classroom. So their question paper is contained with all these learning what they learn in day-to-day classroom. Now, leisure and work. Mentally retarded children are just a minute. Yes. Mentally retarded children are often unable to use recreational facilities and other opportunities for enjoyment. Recreational means whatever we do, some celebration in the school, some party, some parent children activity, all these activities. They many a times they are unable, but sometimes if some mental support is there, means they are very happy to be with their mother, so they try to do things like clay molding or dance, dandiya, or some games are there. So they love to do it with their parents and their friends in the school. They may also lack the initiative to take up work independently. They are easily distractible and therefore lend to be careless. So easily such children means concentration also comes with a better condition, mental condition. And concentration happens with the release of dopamine hormone in the body. So such children may lack these hormones that are responsible for concentration and common learning in the classroom. So they face problem. So many a times they get tag of careless, but actually they are not. They are not bound to be careful. That's why they look careless. So we should not use such terms for these children. And they require the assistance of family members, neighbors, and social workers as well when they go in some public places. What is the degree of mental retardation? These 3 degrees, which I have explained, oh, sorry, 4 degrees: mild, moderate, severe, and profound. These are the degrees of mental retardation. Now, mentally retarded children's behavior, how can we help them in all these things? And what are the symptoms that can help you to know that these are symptoms of mentally retarded people? First, speech one. Second, whatever instruction you will give, they will need 10 or more than 10 commands to understand, or they will understand it slowly, or slowest, we can say. And many a times they will feel irritated, sitting alone, at also restless and forgetfulness. If you will tell them many a times, carry your bottle, many a times their bottle will be left in the classroom. And their bowel and bladder control is not in their hand, in their in the body is not fit enough to control bowel and bladder. That's why many a times they do pee and shit in the classroom also. So for that we need to take care, and we need to keep a watch, or we need to have some means those extra energetic children as volunteer to see whether the child is feeling to use washroom or not. All these things, among these two first category, we can train other children to help and support them, because they are meant to get social support. So social support of such children are their peers in the classroom. Even the peers learn how to manage these children in their life, or how to when they all will grow together, they will make up a society, and how we have to behave with such people in the society, they will learn at their tender age, if such children will be there in the classroom. And they have repetitive play habits, means if they will start playing a ball, they will do keep playing ball only. Or if they want to color, they will keep coloring only. It's switching on one activity to another is a very difficult task for such children. So it takes longer time for them to finish one work and to switch on to another, like normal children do in English period English, in maths period maths, in Hindi period Hindi. They face problem to switch on like this. Poor motor development, as I explained, they need extra support for walking, for moving, for holding things, for writing. Even they hold pencil like this so lightly. So it's okay if they hold pencil so lightly. Their motor skills are not developed enough to hold pencil strongly. So this happens with them. The teachers have to put or wear glasses to check their answer sheet, but it's okay, they try their level best in such condition as well. Now, difficulty in both the limbs movement at the same time. Sometimes they cannot lift their hand as well as their leg. Sometimes they lift their hand, but not they cannot move their lower limbs or legs. So this can also happen with such children. They can trip, bump, or drop things, or themselves also. Many a times they can fall down, or they can stammer while speaking. All these things can happen. Poor eye hand coordination. All over coordination, the like we do Zumba activity, we do some rhymes in which kinesthetic movement are needed. So they are not able to do as perfectly as others do in the classroom, but they try their level best, as I experienced in my life. Sometimes only if their mood is not okay, they will not do, but many a times they try. They also want to learn things, and they also want to enjoy their childhood. So they do it. So seating and gestures arrangement, as we have done for other type of children, that front seat we should give them to sit, because they have pee problem, they have walking problem, movement problem. So many problems are there with such children. So if the child will sit in front of teacher, the child will not face problem. The moment he needs the teacher can assist, first thing. And face, every time whenever you teach something to whole class, after giving common instruction to whole class and looking into each and every child, you have to look at to such children especially, to reinforce your sentence what you are speaking, or reinforce your action in front of them. For example, if you are teaching them, clap once, you will do like this for whole class, and then you need to go in front of that child and say, child, you need to clap once, like this. So the child will start doing. Or if that day mood is not okay, or mood swings happen a lot in such children, so what will you do? You will hold their hands, clap. So in 10 days, they understand this action is clapping. And when everybody will start clapping, they also start clapping. So like this, it happens. And semicircle sitting arrangement is considered the best for preschoolers, because everyone sees each other. It's a pleasure for them to see their classmates while learning things. Many a times these children do not understand everything whatever is communicated to them in the classroom. So what they do, they see their classmates how they are responding, and by looking at their classmates they try to learn things. So this is also required for such children. And here is the topic, mental children with mental disability or mental retardation finishes. We will switch on to the topic, rhymes and this one, song and stories for preschool.
Ma'am,
I was supposed to,
excuse me,
yes,
ma'am. In the notes, different words are given like EMR, CMR. What are they? EMR, CMR, TMR.
I did not get all these things in the notes. EMR, CMR, which notes?
In
It
this way,
may
ma'am,
be
the children with mental retardation, na, it is given.
I got another thing. I don't know, because I got another notes. I'll check. Will you please share it on the group? So I will check from
Hello?
supplementary books. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Please
Honey,
share.
actually,
Huh?
okay, okay.
Please share
Honey, the
that
video
in that
call in
page.
between.
Yeah. Please share
Right.
it
I'll,
on the group so that I can
okay, okay.
explain it in next class. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Actually, what happened? No, I have completed my B.Ed in 2005, and science tells that within the course of 36 days, we forget the facts. Got it? It is brain science, neuroscience. So it happens when we do not be in the practice of these things, we forget things. But whatever I have experienced in my life, that's why experiential learning is uh, told by every board for the children. They never forget it. So whatever experience I have gained with my students, I have not forgotten all those things. But the things which I have memorized, like facts, I forget it. So it is one thing with our human body. That's why I couldn't remind what are all these things. Okay, so 10 minutes are left. Whatever we will be able to cover today from rhymes, songs, and stories, we will cover. And this is very light topic, very understanding topic. Everybody knows that rhymes, songs, and stories are loved by the children. These are favorites of children. Why these things are favorite for them? Because these three things are the easiest method for children to accept, to understand, and to replicate along with uh, being in the practice of these things. So children at their age, they enjoy all these things. So the thing which children enjoy, they learn faster. Even human being, whatever I will enjoy, I will learn faster, and I will start answering you about that thing as well, responding you about that thing. The same happens with the children. So it these importance of stories, songs, and rhymes for preschool children, it helped them for to learn wide variety of vocabulary and so easily. It develops interest in various subjects, like if we will have maths, counting, rhyme, eight, one, two, buckle my shoe, all these. And if we will have English one, A, B, C, D, all these. And Hindi one, ga, 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 anga, like this. If we will start singing, the child grasp it, and this is the loveliest way the children gets attracted towards the teacher, sees the teacher, because during rhymes and songs, the teacher mood is also delighted. So children, we tell, no, positive energy attracts. So the teacher is herself in positive mode when teacher does all these things. And this develop language skills, concentration, and gross motor skill. Why gross motor skill? Because every rhyme, whatever we teach by action. Do something. So like uh, that one, wheels of the bus go round and round, like, so gross motor activity happens because the body movement is happening. And story reading for toddlers develop uh, story interest in them. First, they cannot read the story, but they listen to the story. And when they have the habit of listening to the story for longer years, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, they understand that I have to listen the story at this time. And then the practice is built in their personality. And when they grow up in their age, when they start reading the text, they start reading the story books. This is how love for stories and reading are being inculcated among the children using these tools. Picture reading, as we can see that preschoolers books are so pictorial and so lovingly pictorial. So the colors, the shades, everything are so beautifully designed that the children love to open it and see. And by doing picture reading, they understand the things around, because many things that are not present inside the campus of the school can be provided in by the book. So they explore their tiny world with the help of these pictorial books. Cloth printed books, in preschool, nowadays cloth printed books are coming. Means many a times children fight, no, this is mine, this is mine, and then the book gets torn. So what happened? In such cases, cloth printed books are available in the market nowadays, which we can give to preschoolers, especially to playgroup children. Whenever anybody will snatch or pull it, it will not be torn. Now, story time builds a bond between children and teacher. Now, as I told you, the mood is very delighted at the time of storytelling, and positivity attracts. So children share a very good relationship with the teacher, who is a very good storyteller. And like that, children share good relationship with the parents, who are storyteller on bedtime stories. So it helps the child to feel so special, that my mama is telling me story, my teacher is telling me a story. So they feel very good from inside. Reading books help the child to become a lifetime learner as well. Why? When we start reading book, the child understands that this is a support system. And in the course of time, whenever the child asks something, you even start acting that, oh, you want to know this, okay, I will search in the book, like this. And then you tell, oh, I got it, see, on this page I got it. So this book is a friend of mine, child. If you will start speaking like this in the classroom, the children learn that book is a friend. And you can also inculcate the habit among the children that when there is no teacher and you want to learn something, go to your child library, search your favorite book, watch or look at some picture of fruits, vegetables, or so inculcate the habit of holding the book, that tiny one that comes with cardboard sheet, so that you can inculcate among the children. And children will be a lifetime learner. Then when you will not be around, still they will search for book, and still they will do book reading or picture reading. So that is a good habit inculcated by the teachers in preschool. How the children will get benefited with the stories and songs? So it helps to recognize words like tomato bade mazedar. So what is tomato? Child will ask, what is tomato? If the child doesn't know, then you need to show tomato, and then they understand, oh, this is called this is a vegetable that is called tomato. It is red in color and it has a green that thing on its head. So like this you will explain, and the child understands the objects. It stimulates brain development. The more we uh, see, observe thing, the more learning happens. So and learning is the way for keeping our brain healthy. It is told in our Indian culture कि अगर हम बैठे रहेंगे तो दिमाग में जंग लग जाएगा, the brain will get rusted. Actually the brain will not get rusted, but the brain cells will stop developing, because the work of the brain is to think and to give or command to the body. If we will not give that work to the brain will feel lazy whole time, like that. It makes learning fun and interactive, encourages early language acquisition, means at very small age they understand things, how to communicate with the teacher, how to communicate story. To if they will listen to a story, they will start telling the story. So at least 4 or 5 sentences they will start speaking themselves. So this is how language acquisition happens. Active tool to stimulate learning, and it does entertainment and increases serotonin and endorphin level in blood. So these hormones are known as happy hormones, due to which the child wants to come to school, and the child start loving it her or his school time. So it is the best way to help them learn to come to school regularly, to build this habit among them. Researchers have shown that the blood flows easily when music is being played. So it decreases high BP and settles heartbeat of the kids. When child is alone, child is not with the parent. It is a very weird condition for small children from age to 2 to 6. So it's a very difficult situation for these aged children to handle themselves. So when we play the music, the heartbeats gets settled, blood pressure gets normal. So this is how we start the day in the preschool, with songs and with dance to light up their mood. And it can boost the brain's production of dopamine. For what is the work of dopamine hormone? For motivation, for controlling the memory, for mood swings, controlling the mood, and for developing concentration. And hence when all these things will happen, motivation, controlling memory, controlling mood swings, and concentration, ultimately the learning happens. This is how the stage of learning we go through, and it is going to stop within few seconds. So this is all for today, and please share, Swapna, whatever you have asked, so that I can
Yes, ma'am.
answer your query on Monday. Take care, all of you.